Good afternoon, everyone. It's your boy Shad Talks Graps, and we are back with another installment of the Wrestling Republic daily broadcast, where we review everything in regards to what's been going on this week with these shows. And I know everyone's excited for this one, man. Friday Night SmackDown, the final boss returned. The internet has been going banoodles, man. People have been going crazy, and there's a lot of hot topics in regards to what people think. There's some positive, there's some negative out the gate. There's some comments in the chat. We got the homie Fernando saying, "What's up, everyone? What a turn of events. The Rock wants Cody's soul." What? My goodness, man. It is crazy times in professional wrestling. And man, we with crazy times, we got a little bit of a crazy episode, a good panel of people. We are having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm just gonna ramble a little bit, give y'all a spiel, because we're gonna go with the first topic at hand, man. This is what everybody wants to talk about: The Rock, Cody Rhodes, the interaction. This week, we had a big announcement before the show. The final boss was about to make his return to network television on the SmackDown. If you know The Rock, the reason it is called SmackDown is because The Rock. But the final boss comes, and he noted in a message, he had a big time announcement, but he also had to settle a score, had to talk to someone. So he comes out, big entrance. A lot of people complaining about the music. I got to be real with you. It's not a Def Rebel song. It was an iteration, a remix of The Block is Hot. Ty do it. And man, I liked it a lot. Announced that WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans. And then he has a big time face-to-face, calls out our former champion, Cody, or our current champion, Cody Rhodes, telling him a whole bunch of nothing to what we kind of, gotta expedite, saying that he wants Cody to be his champion. He wants Cody to sell his soul to The Rock. And as you can see, man, it's a lot going on in regards to it. A lot of people have a lot of words to say. We got the homie Soul Session saying SmackDown was whack. The Rock repeated himself, whack. Cody looking lost, whack. Rock wanting to kiss Cody, whack. Technically, he did kiss him like on the cheek or the head or whatever. SmackDown was whack. It was definitely a crazy episode, man. And I gotta get my people on a panel on this, man. We got from New York City, Megan, who is having a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment, as well as our other panelists, David. So we're gonna let them chill for a second until they get a little situated. But are you good?
What is going? I'm trying. I don't know. The internet is acting really stupid over here. We lost a co-host today, and now my internet is acting stupid. But I'm here. I'm ready to talk about SmackDown. SmackDown, I thought was really good. I thought it was really good last night. Hopefully the internet will hold up. But yeah, I'm here and I'm ready. I'm ready to do this.
Oh yeah, but we glad to have you here. We're gonna be good, so don't worry. David's gonna be here shortly. He's just got to get a charger situated, but he'll be here in a little bit. But I gotta ask you this, Megan, in regards to the
switch.
You good?
I don't know. Ooh, I hate this. Give me a second. Second.
You good. We're gonna let Megan handle her situation. Luckily, we are a deep roster over here. We do got the homie Soul Sessions. And you know what? Out the gate, I'm gonna give you my take about what happened in the first segment, because I haven't talked a lot in a while. Man, with everything that happened last night, controversy is a key aspect to it. The road to WrestleMania is a key aspect to it. Everything is lining up to a lot of similarities to what we saw last year. And I think that is the fear that what a lot of people have is The Rock coming back to, streamline and get his way to making stuff men's? Is this a, break the glass fixer up a real quick situation. It very well may be. And I'm not going to lie to you. I said the same complaint in regards to NXT. The Rock does a horrible job of staying in kayfabe as well as portraying the actual character that he is outside of pro wrestling. Dwayne Johnson and Rock are just completely two different people at this point in time. They are, they're not synonymous, and he doesn't know. It's like a Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of situation. And a lot of the issue that I had with the promo last night was a lot of it is, corporate stuff, TKO stuff, WWE chair stuff, flexing his position, talking about where WrestleMania is going to be. All of that is fine and dandy, but that's something I would like to hear from a Triple H, right? Triple H has let us know that he is the chief security officer, whatever it may be. That's his position or whatnot. The Rock, on the other hand, you're a character. You're displaying yourself as the final boss. And when you come with a lot of that jargon, but then you get to the point of what you're saying, you talk to Cody Rhodes, a lot of fluff in the promo I was saying earlier. That's kind of where I run a little bit with the issue. So to that, I understand the frustration. It definitely was long-winded, but I must preface, I like the direction that we ended off on. I like the idea of Rock basically telling Cody, look, young man, I'm the people's champ, but I had to say, flip the two birds to the people to get to where I'm at. You want to get to where the money's at. You want to get to where the high position's at. You need to stop being, as Clark always says, a cornball and get to a way to get over the hump. And in that ways, that was genius. The end of that promo was absolutely genius to me. I feel like it did feel rushed. It definitely did feel last second pick up the sticks. But if you build the foundation, which they did last night, and you can go on from that to where we go forward, this could be something special. And more importantly, this can create untapped potential for Mr. Cody Rhodes. Because I know he's the big time babyface now, but sometimes when one zigs, you got to zag. So overall, I'm 50-50 on it. I know a lot of people are like 100 either way. I got to ask y'all first and foremost. Thank you, Soul, for getting on there as well.
Thank you, Soul.
I was just trying to enjoy a little bit of the video games, and then I saw Shad sweating down that head of his like The Rock last night. So I was like, I have to jump in. Hey, look, you need some assistance, brother. I'm happy to jump in and save the day anyway. But let's may I go? May I proceed? Because I had to stay up until 3 a.m. for this rubbish. Absolute drivel, right? Look, I don't want to alternate my sleep schedule already enough as it is, right? Here's my main thing, right? Is the idea of this good? Yes. The Rock being a whisper in Cody's ear of being like, you could be so much more, you could be a movie star, you could be me, Mr. Hollywood, you can get all the money, all the gold, all this, and yada, yada, yada. That's a fine concept in itself. It's the execution last night I have a major issue with, right? Here's the main one. Rock needs a script. He can't go off the cuff. He's terrible at it. Maybe back in the Attitude Era, maybe even early 2000s era, he was pretty good. But now, terrible. He repeated himself so many times on the one subject of Cody. You should be my champ, man. You should be my champ. It's like, no. You say the one thing, get it across. Maybe if Cody responds and says like he doesn't know, then reiterate it. But he was just basically going on and on and on and on and on. This is so far. If there's anything that could be, this will be like one of the worst segments of the year. It was terrible. And people going, oh, but it's going to lead to so many things. Like, yeah, it'll lead to maybe great things. It might even lead to a great match, a great storyline, but the kickoff to it was terrible. And just because he's The Rock and he was your favorite from back in the day doesn't mean he gets a free pass. The fact that we cut matches that were announced by Nick Aldis for this driveling pile of absolute donkey behind, I would have taken the matches over this. This was bad. The fact that Rock is in this weird, like, going up and trying to, kiss Cody's cheek. I fully expected Brandy to come out and just take off her earrings and start beating the hell out of Dwayne. Like that, it was just weird. And the fact that like afterwards there was a conference at SmackDown and where it was just fully like, nah, kayfabe's dead. I'm Dwayne. Me and Cody were having drinks after the segment. It was a really great thing. It's like, I know Michael Cole said we're above professional wrestling. We are entertainment. Well, that's fine, but it's not like it's Breaking Bad where you go to Comic-Con afterwards and everyone's buddy by there. No, this was right after it. Instill the environment that is WWE, and you're a professional wrestling company. There needs to be some element of, oh, we kind of care and want to see where it goes. If afterwards you're just like, oh, we're best friends chatting and drinking my shitty overpriced tequila brand. I'm sorry, it is. It's terrible. And I think this could lead to a good story. In fact, I don't think Cody is even the person Rock wants to be his corporate champion. I think it's going to be Cena. I think Elimination Chamber, Cena will win it. Rock's obviously going to be announced for it. I think he'll do something and maybe be a presence or just watch the chamber or have a chat with Cody and Cody will refuse him. Mania 41, it will be Cody and Cena in the chamber, or heck, maybe it might be Punk wins it. You get Cody and Punk, and Dwayne influences like, no, for the betterment of the company, and the biggest draws on this for WrestleMania to be a success. I'm adding in Cena as the head, as the final boss. I make the decision. So it's a triple threat, right? And you recreate whatever Mania it was, because I haven't watched it, the one where Austin and Vince shake hands, right? You do that, but you do it with Cena and Rock, and they're basically the Hollywood duo. They're the duo that like do everything for the company's betterment. You put the belt on the top as name of the whole roster. That's Cena. You put it on somebody who's going to take it to world premieres, touring shows. I don't know. The View, is that popular still in the States? Put it on that. Whatever. Like, that's what I think it could go. Could you go over heel Cody? Yes, you could. But do you want to sacrifice one of your popular baby faces that's over with the kids, drawing all that money from them and parents dragging to shows, buying all the ridiculous expensive merch? You maybe not want to sacrifice that for the company's business and beneficial profit. Heck, Cena on the Royal Rumble afterwards says he will do what's best for the company's profits and basically whatever is best for business. Is best for business putting the belt on John Cena in a heel relationship with The Rock? Maybe, because that would draw money, that would draw views, and that will draw ticket sales, which is at the end of the day what the WWE is a business to create and generate profits and revenue. So yes, this storyline could be very good. It could even be one of the best of the year if executed and obviously goes well. But this kickoff was just a wet fart and a trip at the starting line, which is not what you want.
For sure. And I don't disagree with the promo exchange being bad. I definitely think it felt flat. And I want to preface that more than anything. It definitely, and it's a lot what I was saying. He doesn't know how to show the difference between his character as a, because it's the thing, right? You start off the promo very babyface. You're singing when the Saints go marching in, and then you're chuckling and telling the fans not to do it, but then you're saying it's a STD ridden town, like the same stuff that The Rock does as a heel, which is what I like. That's what I want him to be as a heel. If you're gonna be a heel and you're gonna be the final boss, stay the course. A lot of it does feel rushed and kind of off the whim, trying to figure out what to do. But to your point though, there's a lot of avenues you can go with it. To me, I don't have an issue with Cody going heel personally, because I know the notion is this, right? Everyone is always on the standpoint of like a baby face needs to kind of be the face of the company type of situation. It's gonna get stale at some point. And it's gonna get stale because you can only do so much with it. They go to the well and storylines for Cody all the time within this title reign. There hasn't been anything fresh or new. The only way that Cody stays the ultimate babyface if he goes against an ultimate heel. Roman is not a heel anymore. That avenue is done. They don't have enough big time heels to that point. Turning Cody to a big time heel though, like that adds a fresh new paint to him as well. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Cody's better as a heel than he is a babyface. I mean, I'm that's just my, and heels are dope, man. People like the bad guys. I always root for the bad guys, but I want to know your thoughts on it, Megan, because obviously this is something special to us. In our times, we grew up with The Rock. We grew up in the Attitude Era and whatnot, and we know him cutting these type of promos from way back then. What did you think about last night's promo with him, and then the direction of him and Cody going forward as well? You're muted.
I got it. It's not so much of what Soul says. I agree, but I had to agree with him when it came down to the promo. The promo did fall a little flat. Okay, record this because this doesn't happen very often. But I do see where it could possibly go. Now, if there's anyone who could possibly turn Cody heel, is definitely The Rock. And for him to, it was just I want you to be my champion. You're my brother. Our mothers are friends. I want you to think of your wife and your child, because I'm going to think of my wife and my children when this happens. He was laying it on really thick for Cody, and you could tell it was coming at Cody from different angles. Like he didn't know really how to take it. But if there is something that can come out of this, it would be one of two ways, like you two gentlemen have said. If Cody decides he's going to go against The Rock, he'll be the ultimate face, because The Rock, the final boss, the head of the board of TKO, is the ultimate heel. But if by chance they feel like John Cena can be a bigger face and have him to go up against John Cena at WrestleMania, then I can see where the change with Cody will happen with the help of The Rock. Now, the last face of the company was a heel, Roman, and we cheered for him. We put our ones up every time he came out. We acknowledged him every time he came out. We rooted for the bad guy. And I know a lot of people don't want to see Cody be a heel. I always want to see Cody be a heel in WWE. I think they need to continue this story of the belt corrupting whoever holds that title. You hold that title and something in you changes. And The Rock comes and he helps push it along the way. I can't see it being done any other way but Cody changing because of The Rock. Now, I don't think he will give in very easily. I think he will definitely fight the urge, but ultimately he'll tap in. He'll tap out. Definitely.
For sure. And my other thought is this too. We're talking about Cena, obviously, as the potential opponent, and I think that very well could be. What about Phil Brooks? What about CM Punk? What about the guy that was
you mean the Muffin Man?
Against
the Muffin
guy?
Man?
I know you don't like him. It's okay, bro. It's all right. Let's talk about him.
Another WrestleMania moment that The Rock takes away from CM Punk. Yeah, I could see that happening, but I don't see CM Punk taking it lightly.
I mean, what if though Rock gives something that CM Punk has always wanted? What if he gives him access to the main event of WrestleMania? And that's how
Does
the
he
partnership
need The Rock
begins.
to do that? Because he still got that
favor
with
from Paul Heyman. Yep.
Does he need The Rock?
I think Triple H has left that on a sticky on his creative desk and has forgotten about it. Because I'd be surprised if we see that come back, because so many.
It's a breadcrumb. It's a
so
breadcrumb. I think it's a breadcrumb that has been put out there, and while the story continues, you keep it on the back of your mind, because that is going to come back up again. And maybe it will be the fact that CM Punk is screwed. He goes to, his former best friend, Paul Heyman, and say, look, I need that favor. Maybe the favor is, hey, Tribal Chief, I need you to talk to your cousin. I need you to tug at the family heartstrings. I need you to work something out for me. That might be how it plays out. Because, and Paul would do anything for CM Punk, just as much as he would do anything for Roman. Now, is The Rock going to oblige that? Is he going to, ride on the whole family, the bloodline thing? I don't know. he might still be upset with Roman for losing the title in the first place. Who knows? They've been kind of missing each other. You know, you haven't really seen them two together. So The Rock might still feel a way about you losing the title. I came back and I softened Cody for you. Okay. I whooped him in front of his mother. His blood was on my belt. I made it very easy for you to beat him, and you still lost. Even with our tag match the night before, you still lost. So The Rock might still have some, animosity against Roman for that.
And that point right there is, I love that you mentioned that, because Rock aligned with Cody going against the babyface Roman Reigns would be absolutely insane. Like, and it doesn't have to be at Mania. A lot of it depends on, is Cody going to retain at Mania? And a lot will be said now that we add Rock to the fold. But I want to get through some comments, and obviously we got the rest of the show to review too. But we definitely want to give this topic its respectful time. We got the homie on Instagram, first and foremost, Unrealized Thoughts, saying, right talk, The Rock may have saved Mania again. Hey man, that is a thought that a lot of people do agree with. Like I said, it is dead split right now. Like, I see so many different perspectives and thoughts online in regards to last night's show, and I love it. I personally love it because it's opinionated at the end of the day. We got the homie Jordy saying, don't forget the photo of Mama Rose and Mama Rock, which was crucial to the storyline. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not, but Mama Rose looks cool in the Squid Games type of Cody Rhodes jumper. I will say that. We got the homie Fernando with, if Cena wins the Chamber, Cody turns heel and joins The Rock as his champion. He says this is such a classic moment. He says there's nothing left for Cody to do as a babyface. I don't think you meant heel because he hasn't turned heel yet. And he says this is an interesting one. The potential to be Vince versus Stone Cold 2.0. That's pretty like high regards, bro. Because that to me is the best villain versus babyface dynamic in pro wrestling history. We got the homie MDB only showing love to Megan, bro. I see how it is, man. No, I love you solo comments, but he also says The Rock has had the best promo of the week, and of course,
get out of here.
Megan deserves the hearts. Hangman Adam Page has a conversation with you, buddy. But
hey, Ricochet needs to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, Ricochet is that dude, man. But let's get to the next topic, all right? Because we do have the rest of the show, and you always know my clock is always running on Tiffy time. A lot happened last night. Tiffany Stratton cut a promo. Tiffany Stratton, my tribal Tiff, my world champion. There is something about her promo work as a babyface that comes so awkward and doesn't come natural as champion. And I don't know what it is. I feel like she's kind of psychologically like, if I still that heel, do I still need to say these, punch lines that I have with my slogans and stuff like that? Or do I show more empathy? Like, it comes off very, very like unnatural and very formulaic and forceful. We have this ongoing feud, obviously, with her and Nia Jax. They got the Elimination Chamber match. Her and Candice had a match. It was a match. Post-match, we have Nia Jax attacking them. Nia Jax, gets the better hand, is able to get her and Trish Stratus, who does come for the same. Salute to Trish Stratus. I met Trish Stratus. That was a long time dream for me as a young child. So salute to her. Thank you, Trish. But we get more build up to this, and then we end off with Charlotte Flair. Obviously, I like what Charlotte Flair is doing in this feud. I think Charlotte Flair is like, look here, young pup. Look here, young grasshopper. You gotta learn a little bit more in the game. I'm so much ahead of you as a vet. That kind of dynamic. And I feel like Charlotte is doing her part. I feel like they're giving Tiffany a lot right now with two different feuds, and it's just not connecting for me per se. Megan, I know you are a big-time Charlotte Flair fan, but I also know that you your clock runs on Tiffy time here and there.
Yes, it does. Yes,
And
it does.
I want to know what you thought about last night's fiasco with her and Nia and Trish.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I didn't really tune into the match. I don't know. There's just something about Candice that just bores me. But the whole promo before the match I thought was really, really good. I see what they're doing. This is what I wanted, which was to bill Tiffany as the underdog. The only last piece to the puzzle is for Tiffany to lose. Now, for 2 weeks in a row, you have had Charlotte standing over a battered Tiffany Stratton on her back in the ring. And when you look at it, it looks as though Charlotte is possibly going to win. But we know how swerves does happen, and Tiffany could take this win. But I do see what they're doing. And it's coming off as more of a humbling moment for Tiffany, where she was a big deal in NXT. She came to SmackDown. She was a big deal on SmackDown. They linked her up with Nia Jax. She won the Money in the Bank, and she ultimately took the title off of Nia, and now she's the youngest women's champion, I believe. But there is like you said, there is something about going up against your idol, going up against someone you look up to, someone who you have kind of shadowed your career off of, and that idol kind of looking down at you. That is what I mean by a humbling moment. Charlotte is not approaching her like a John Cena or like a Natalia, where it's thank you for looking up to me. I want to help you be the best. Charlotte is looking at her like, thank you for keeping my belt warm. This was fun. Now I'm coming to take it back. With this happening, I can see Tiffany possibly winning at WrestleMania. I can see it. But this is not what I want to happen. I do want Charlotte to win at WrestleMania, continue building the fans to root, to riot, to, really push for Tiffany. Just keep pushing this rivalry between them two. I don't want it to end at WrestleMania. I want this to push along throughout the year, because this is what we've been waiting for anyway. And we would have gotten it a lot sooner had Charlotte not suffered her injury. So with that in mind, that's how I see that going. Now, when it comes down to the Nia Jax and the Tiffany thing, that's where I'm getting a little iffy, because I'm trying to figure out when is that feud between them two going to end, because Nia she keeps just lingering around. I don't know. And I'm not sure what they're doing with that. But I did enjoy seeing Trish Stratus come out trying to help her tag team partner. Unfortunately, they both got sat on by Nia, which was funny because Charlotte sat there and watched the whole massacre. She didn't move a muscle. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, I guess my question is, what are we doing with the whole Nia and Tiffany thing? And is it going to end at Elimination Chambers? That's what I want to know.
For sure. It seems like those two are attached to the hip when we talk about storylines. I do like the point that you made, though, because obviously, as a Tiffany Stratton truther, I don't want her to ever lose in her entire life. But if she is to lose at WrestleMania, it can kind of be similar to like in a lot better of a situation, might I add. Becky beating Bianca and Bianca chasing back Becky to getting her title, right? But this one would be more planned. It wouldn't just be shotgun like how they did Bianca dirty that time. So hopefully a lot better, but we will see what happens. We got a lot of comments on this. We got a comment on Instagram, Unrealized Thoughts, saying, hot take, out of all 4 horsewomen, Charlotte hasn't evolved as a character. Charlotte hasn't had a hot feud since Rhea, possibly Becky. I mean, Rhea was last year, and then she got hurt. So I will give her, benefit of a doubt on
And
that.
they kind of teased her and Bianca. Okay. They also teased her and Jade. But again, an injury came. And so therefore, those could have been those hot moments. But, shit happens.
There's more talent now. So like there'll be more feuds for everybody, for all the women, honestly. Like you said, her and Bianca haven't had a real feud. That's
No.
money. That's the match. That's the match I want, because those are the 2 athletically gifted women in professional wrestling of all time, respectfully, Bianca and Charlotte Flair.
And
Like,
I guess we
that's-
would
Go
and I
ahead.
guess we would just have to wait for her and Jade, because once this storyline between Bianca and Naomi and Jade gets resolved, I know there's going to be, eventually they're going to find something for Jade, and they already teased Jade and Nia. Loved where that was going, but they stopped that abruptly. The same thing with even just the face-off between Jade and Charlotte kind of gave us what we were looking for. But again, she got injured, and they kind of had to scrap a lot of these stories. Whatever they was planning had to be put on the back burner.
For sure. We're gonna have to wait and see, but we do have to do something important on this show, and we have to tell you guys about a couple great people out there. First and foremost, the people at Etsy, man. Download the Etsy app. It's on the App Store. It's on the Google Play Store. Go to the upcoming stream section and come argue. Come argue with us. You don't like what I say. You don't like what Clark has to say. You don't like what Wrestle Takes on Twitch has to say. Hey, man, this is a platform for you to voice your opinion with us. We can have good discourse. It's a dope app. I highly recommend. I think we're going to be live tomorrow at 12 o'clock too. So download that. Very important. And most important, man, professional wrestling is alive and is breathing, and it's breathing in progress. Please use the code PROGRESS to get Watch Progress to get 50% off your first month on demand. Progress Plus. This is the home of Progress, Defy, and much more. They got a lot of hot stuff going on with pay-per-views, a lot of great library content. I highly recommend doing that. It's super cheap too, man. More wrestling to watch. It's great to see across the pond. Let's get to the next topic, though. Because Melo don't miss. And Melo don't mess with Miz. Melo, they had a tag team match last night against R-Truth, and most importantly, NOLA's own Louisiana Knight. If you know what a map is, you know Louisiana's abbreviation is LA. It's not Los Angeles. It is LA for the boot. R-Truth is a genius. Y'all got R-Truth messed up, man. Y'all think he dumb or something. Bruh knows his geography. He knew what he was talking about. They had a tag match, and Melo's winning streak continues, but it happens with The Miz. This is a very funny makeshift tag team. I'm not going to say I like it, but I'm not going to say I absolutely hate it. I got to ask you, though, because your hand is on your face. Real quickly, man, what do you think about that match last night and the pairing of these two?
This is a waste both individuals. I mean, come on. I know we've harped on about tag team divisions in WWE and across the wrestling landscape being, withered away. They've added in great teams. They've got feuds going. Why are we still doing the makeshift teams? Especially with two individuals like Melo and Miz, right? Miz is still the only two-time WWE Grand Slam champion. Like, why have we never got a Cody versus Miz feud? Like, why? Why? Especially, heck, you could do Miz and Maryse versus Brandy and Cody, like as a little silly main event match on SmackDown, or heck, even Saturday night main event or something like that. Like, I love The Miz. The Miz is amazing to me. I would love to see The Miz get another WWE Championship run before he retires. Heck, just so he could say that he's a three-time Grand Slam champion. Because The Miz is awesome, right? I love The Miz. I think he is amazing. He is probably one of the most accomplished men in that entire company. He is the Miz, and he is awesome. Let's talk about Mello, right? I mean, Shad, you're an NXT guy, right? It must be disheartening to see where Mello is right now. From somebody who was at NXT quite hot and had a great feud with Trick Williams, good NXT Championship reign as well. Everyone thought when he goes onto the main roster, he's going to kill it. Heck, had a confrontation with Cody as well. And everyone was like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. And he feels like an afterthought. Like he says, I'm him. It's like, nah, you ain't nobody. You ain't anybody. Why say you're him when you're literally no one? Like you, like that's not his fault as well. Like he's just been booked terribly. Like hot take here, I think Triple H's booking has been terrible since probably SummerSlam of last year. Since then, it's been nuclear, right? But for these two individuals, they should be doing a lot more. Miz, I should think he should have had a proper feud with Cody. Mello as well. I know there was the Andrade stuff as well, the best of seven and whatever. But like, where are both men? Are any of the men better off from that matchup? Not really. No, they haven't really gone on to do anything. And Shinsuke is just hunkering down wherever he is. I don't know if he's still stuck in at Noah because he couldn't get a plane out of there. Like
He was there yesterday.
You see, I was too tired, and this is what happens when I get dragged in late, right? Let's see what happens when I get dragged in late. But like, I feel like the United States Championship, even the Intercontinental, haven't been in the best showcase, right? Like, mid-card championship should be the TV titles that are always defended every week, that brings the eyes and brings the atmosphere. Because when you go to a show and all that, you see, a championship match is on, that kind of adds in a bit of extra oomph to the crowd's excitement, in my personal opinion. And Shinsuke has he even had like one defense, if I'm correct? He's had one out of a reign that he won back at Survivor Series War Games. Like he's done nothing with the belt. It's infuriating. Like they made the LA Knight custom belts just to sell to idiots online that will buy them for the extortionate prices they are. Then they pull the rug out of them like a week after it goes on sale. Now it's just there for people to buy, and like nothing's happened to it. Miz should have had a run with it. Melo should have had a run with it. Like people should be doing stuff with these belts. And I love Shinsuke. I think his presentation with the whole samurai Ghost of Tsushima thing looks amazing. But there should be more with it. And like, oh, it's just infuriating. Like, get these people out of a stupid makeshift tag team and actually use them.
No, I definitely agree. And here's the thing: I don't think Carmelo Hayes has been used bad per se. I do think he could be used better. And he was in the U. So we got the homie Unrealized Thought saying he was killing it in NXT. He should be in the U.S. title picture. He was in the U.S. title picture, right? He had the best of 7 series with Andrade, which was a lot of fun. Have the little bit of matches with LA Knight. I do agree with the Shinsuke dynamic of it. It doesn't really work in regards to his booking so far. He hasn't done a lot. It's been one of the weaker title reigns historically, in my opinion. And hopefully, whether he gets it, Knight gets it off, and we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think the Miz is underrated, man. So respect to the Miz too. And then we got Unrealized Thoughts also saying Triple H's booking has been odd since post-Mania. And then we got the homie Dylan Lou 88 saying Mellow Miz tag team seems like it could be fun for the short term, but I don't think it lasts too long. Nah, I don't think so either. I think somebody will turn on somebody, probably get a little bit of a feud. We'll see what happens, man. They got 3 hours to kill on SmackDown. They got to make something happen. But let's get to the main event. Tag team match. Bloodline. Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa versus Damian Priest and Braun Strowman. Obviously, last week, Solo allowed Damian Priest to win that match, getting his opportunity at Elimination Chamber. And I want to just say this real quickly. We are in full effect to Jacob Fatu on SmackDown. Jacob Fatu is not only the real deal. Jacob Fatu is the best wrestler on the blue brand. It happens every single week. His promos out the tunnel are always amazing. His matches always amazing. He is one of the rare professional wrestlers that have 100% authenticity, and you don't have that a lot. I love everything about him and Solo Sikoa's dynamic right now. I love everything about the him not, taking any BS from Solo, telling Solo that where was you in all these situations, the potential rift between these guys. Because WWE knows that this dude is that dude. Now, Solo on his BS again, right? They don't come out with the victory. Priest and Braun get it. Makes sense. Damian Priest is going to the Elimination Chamber, but I'm liking the progression of this storyline. I gotta ask you first and foremost, Megan, what do you think? Are you enjoying everything tied to the, Bloodline 2.0 kind of having a little bit of the civil war that might happen, or do you think it's just, trash?
Well, first, let me
I think
show
you're
my
muted again.
No, I'm not.
I can't hear you.
How about now?
You might. There's no
I can hear you.
coming out.
I can hear you fine.
So Shad can't hear me. Okay.
It might be.
So
Talk bad about him, quick.
I will. So first, I just want to say I love you, Big Jim, because y'all ain't show Big Jim no respect yesterday. Okay, he had a good match. All right, he beat Drew McIntyre. I'm upset that wasn't a part of the topic. Okay, so before I get into Jacob Fatu, I just want to show a shout out to Big Jim for his big win against Big Drew McIntyre. Now, for the tag team match at the end of the show, I definitely saw that there's a power shift. There's a power shift, a power change between Solo and Jacob. And Solo actually took the back seat for Jacob last night. And it's becoming evident. And I don't know if it's a mind game that he's playing. Is definitely giving he learned from the best during his time under Roman's reign, or if he's genuinely scared of Jacob. I don't know. I can't really read him, but I will tell you this. Me and Solo are Pisces, so always believe that we do have a trick or two up our sleeves. Jacob better watch his back and his front around Solo, because Solo got something for him. I believe it. That's all I got to say about it.
I respect it. I like, I like Solo. And you know what I like about Solo? I like Solo. I like his suit game. As a fellow big dude, he knows exactly how to be comfortable within his suits, man. Having just a nice little turtleneck casual sweater with the blazer and the gold chain. I like it, man. I think he gets a little bit too much hate from people, like Soul, most importantly. So, yeah, what's up with you? So real quickly, man, take us home because we are going to overtime. But what do you think about the main event?
I will do. First of all, screw Big Jim. Yeah, you may have won the match, but you got knocked the hell out afterwards, like the young team. Littles. I'm just saying, Scotsman still wins at the end of the day, right? Okay, let's go about this, right? Solo was meant to be the next guy for the Bloodline. He was meant to be like the big new thing. Got the big showcases. Always was the guy with the golden thumb to do all the stuff and all that. And then they brought in the guy they really wanted, and now he's just there. Like, here's the thing. Bloodlines should technically be done, right? Because of after the Raw premiere, right? So GOD can go for the tag division, and that's fine there. They can make themselves very useful in that aspect. Fatu will be a main event star. What does Solo do? A guy is going to probably end up wrestling on main event or dark matches like Vinci. Like that's what I see his trajectory as, and it's not his fault. It's just that other people have been brought in at what he does better, sadly. So yeah, that's my main thing. I would love to see him at least get a WrestleMania match before he has to do the Andre Battle Royales for the next 5-10 years. So maybe him and Fatu at Mania would be very interesting. Maybe even Tribal Combat as well, if you want to throw in all the the gimmickry at the wall. Have JOD do some stuff. Heck, have there's other Fatu members like Hikaleo, Zilla Fatu. Maybe they could do something with Solo, so it's a free on free. That could be interesting. maybe a possibility. I don't know what the future holds, but yeah, I will say though, at least he can cut a better promo than The Rock.
Yeah, I'm listening to MDB real quick. We are muting you, man. We are muting you, buddy.
After I come and fill your show and save the day, delaying my gaming night with my cold can of Tango.
Bro, you said he is going to be a main event talent. That man was literally like in big time matches, bro. You wildin', dog. Hey, salute to Jawan Hill 87 from DC, by the way. I saw him in the comments. He called Drew McIntyre a Bama. That's funny. That's DC slang if you don't know. You wildin', bro. You lunching real quick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, all right, okay.
The
How many single titles has Jimmy Uso won? Oh, rest all right. None.
Wait a minute. You see how long it took Jay? And Jay is now main eventing at WrestleMania. So don't worry. Big Jim is not too far behind. Okay, he is not too far behind.
Bro, you're wilding, bro. Jimmy Uso is one of the great. He's part of one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling history, bro.
The only line that Jimmy Uso is going to be in is at Costco.
All right, man.
Yeah, see, that's why Drew is losing at Elimination Chambers. Okay, he gonna lose.
Drew is gonna get a big match. He's gonna get a victory finally at WrestleMania since the shutdown. He is gonna get a win.
He's
I bet you this. When Jim does win his single title, he'll have it a lot longer than Drew in his last title.
Bro, Jimmy Uso is good. Here's the
5-minute title reign.
Jimmy, hold up. Y'all you must forget. I remember you're like a recent wrestling fan. Jimmy historically has been the better Uso when they were the tag teams. He's been the better talker throughout all of it. Jay is definitely an amazing talent in the main event. Jay Uso was rightfully so for what's happening for him. But if Jimmy didn't get hurt and Jay didn't kind of get thrown into the fire to be a single star in the whole dynamic with the Roman feud, like who's to tell that he would be where he's at right now? Like Jimmy's a hell of a talent. And Solo is too, bro. Solo Sikoa is really good. He plays his role really, really good. The reason you dislike him is because he's a good heel. He's doing his job right.
They're a Vortex. Is the Bloodline Vortex all over again? Just as bad as Jericho Vortex. Drew is right.
Don't compare the Bloodline.
This is all bad. Drew speaks
the
truth.
Learning Tree.
Drew McIntyre, he's king, the last king of Scotland. We all recognize his greatness. I'm just saying. Don't do it. Don't do it, Shad. Don't do it.
Gotta say it.
Don't do it, you bull.
Solo and them are better than the Death Riders right now. That's all I gotta say, man.
You fighting. You fighting. How dare you say at the end?
That's all I gotta say. I didn't want to have to go against AEW, but you made me do it. You made fun of my lack of hair follicles.
You are so wish I could swear your ass.
That's all. That is all. Oh man, this is funny.
That's
all the time we do.
Hang on. What's tickets to DC? I'm gonna come and have some words. What's some tickets writers right now? This is outrageous. This is an absolute travesty. You bet we should end this show right now, son. This is
we are gonna end this show because we are going way over time right now. But we appreciate all y'all in the comments. This has been a funny one. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We'll be back same time tomorrow. It is Sunday Fun Day. There will be some games played. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but you might want to go and check it out. Also, catch all the other shows that we have, man. The Allison analysis, all the Sunday spotlights, off the air, take it to the table, take it to the game. The show with Anthony and Sold Separately. Man, I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head. I don't have this written down. And then also watch his shows, the Soul Sessions, on his channel as well, man. And watch my rap battles, McShotty versus Showtime battle. Anyways, that's all the time we have. Y'all be easy. In the words of Jay Uso, deuces, ooses, we out here.
I hate you.